Okay, so there has been a small change with like the start. So we start with on Veritas instead of Rosetta, and the other two units that we can use is Ember and Lumi, but like Ember is the worst DPS on the S rank, trial version at least, and Lumi, well, is weak, but at least better than Ember, but still weaker than the 3 we currently have. Okay, so there are a few ways to do the opener. The first one would be the fastest and the most unreliable one, which is going into car right away and hoping you'll get 2 free pings, otherwise you reset. The next one is you get close to the boss and then you go into car, and you need the boss to do the fast attack to get your last ultimate stack. Unless you have 2 free pings, but then you would be doing the first opener. The last one is the same as the second one, but instead of going into core right away next to the boss, you wait like a second. This way you can dodge the slow attack and still have enough time to do your 4-stack ult while the gauge is still up. Use the first opener to go for really high scores like Myron, otherwise just use the second or third openers. Don't forget to cancel reds. The next thing is double damage kills. It's a mechanic that allows one of your single hits damage the enemy you're about to kill and the newly spawned one. This works in guilds because when you kill the boss, the next boss spawns right away without any delay. For this to work, there are a few conditions that need to be met, which is the ability has to be a single hit, it has to hit the ground, and it has to be AoE. Missing a double damage kill results in missing other double damage kills. So here we want to damage the second boss low enough for Veritas to finish it off. And here we also want to delay the tank QT to apply it for the third boss. The third boss, we're not gonna kill it with Veritas, but we're gonna get it low enough for Plume to finish off and do a double damage kill on the fourth boss. As you can see, the time there is pretty tight because the gauge almost ran out there. When to use a free ping or not before switching out Plume. Usually you ping either a free blue or a free yellow. Never ping a free red unless you have something like 8 reds. Never free ping the color you're about to switch to. Plume usually is on blue, but in this rare case scenario when she's paired with Veritas or Alpha that want to have their tank to be on blue. Never free ping if you're above 20 million damage. At that point you no longer gain bonus orbs after doing 1 million damage. In this scenario, my Rosetta's QTE is up, therefore I will just switch out Plume without pinging any orbs, but I have to remember to matrix ping when I switch her in before going into car. This usually can be quite difficult to memorize if you're not used to. Another thing to note is that you don't want to overuse orbs on like Rosetta. You want to have at least 3 ping whenever you switch her out, so you can have a guaranteed core when you switch her in. Try to cancel the switching attack on Plume whenever you can. So this is the third double damage kill out of 4. With Veritas also just dodge after car if possible for faster shots. So funnily enough, this kinda looks like I messed up the double damage kill, but technically you're not even supposed to kill that one. That's the most damage I actually have done to that one, because you'll see in a bit later why. So here I'm supposed to get the last double damage skill, but as you can see, since the boss is slow enough, there's no point to even overkill it, therefore I had to wait. And there is another scenario where I did an additional free ping because the Plume switching time was, like, the time I spent on Plume was way shorter than the usual ones, therefore I had enough time to do that. Another thing to note is that Veritas switch-in, Veritas QTE, is like really long, like longer than it looks like. So you don't really want to use that as the third ping. If you're doing it on the second ping, you have to take account for this tiny delay. Yeah, when the boss is quite low on HP, you don't wanna use the 10 QT on the low HP boss. If possible, try to save it for the next newly spawned one. So at this point, the bosses have a lot of HP, and for trial units, it's quite difficult to do any more double damage kills, unfortunately. So here I should have used the 10 QT a bit earlier, but yeah. I hope this video was somewhat useful to the guild gamers that are still struggling with the current S rank stage. But yeah, that's it.